Russia to destroy Angela Merkel. CIA exposes the plot of Russian cyber attacks to defeat Merkel in upcoming elections in Germany. Russia has launched a cyber campaign to take down Angela Merkel and promote far-right groups in the upcoming German elections, a U.S. official has claimed. Moscow will escalate a decade-long operation to boost support for the far-right and nationalist groups in Germany. It comes as a CIA probe confirms Moscow helped Donald Trump win the U.S. election through a series of cyber attacks. A U.S. official familiar with the investigation says Russian President Vladimir Putin will continue to wreak havoc. The official said Moscow is launching a similar effort to influence the next German election, following an escalating campaign to promote far-right and nationalist political parties and individuals in Europe that began more than a decade ago. In both cases, said the official, Mr. Putin's campaigns in both Europe and the US are intended to disrupt and discredit the Western concept of democracy by promoting extremist candidates, parties, and political figures. German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who is seeking a fourth term in office, has already said she cannot rule out Russia interfering in Germany's 2017 election through internet attacks and misinformation campaigns. The under-fire leader is attempting to regain support lost to the far-right, anti-immigration Alternative for Germany, AfD. Support has surged for the AfD in the wake of Mrs. Merkel's open-door immigration policy, which saw a record 890,000 mainly Muslim migrants from the Middle East and Africa arrive in Germany last year. Hans-Georg Maassen, head of the BFV spy agency, said, "We see aggressive and increased cyber spying and cyber operations that could potentially endanger German government officials, members of parliament and employees of democratic parties." Mr. Maassen raised similar concerns about Russian efforts to interfere in local German elections last month, said there is increasing evidence about such intervention and said further cyber attacks are expected. The agency said it had seen a wide variety of Russian propaganda tools and enormous use of financial resources to carry out disinformation campaigns aimed at the Russian-speaking community in Germany, political movements, parties and other decision-makers. The goal was to spread uncertainty, strengthen extremist groups and parties, complicate the work of the federal government and weaken or destabilize the Federal Republic of Germany. Russian officials have denied all accusations of interference in the U.S. election or intending to weaken the EU.